Welcome back to another edition of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things unscripted television.
I can barely contain myself.
Oh, he really can, you know.
I'm Michael Slezak, and I'm here with American Idol Season 6 standout Melinda Doolittle. Today, we're going to talk about the final week of American Idol Season 13 auditions. And I've got to say, all said and done, I'm going to give a B+ to the audition rounds. I was really enjoying it. I was going to give it an A-, and then...
Wait for it.
It's a no from me. You're not quite ready.
Right. What?
When Jessica sang and Keith and Harry didn't let her through, but then they let through some other questionable people that we will get to.
My dad is Wonder Mike.
From the Sugar Hill Gang?
It's a yes tonight. It's a yes for me, too.
It's a yes for me, too.
What fickleness of character, I am astonished.
I had to turn to the television like this and then be like, and throw some...
If you wait for her to come to you, she'll come in time.
Jessica's song played for like a minute during a montage of other contestants and happenings.
Please don't cry.
That's a no for me. Me, too.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
Usually they only use a professional singer's music to go underneath a montage, and then they cut, and it's her, just her and her acoustic guitar.
So remember, Russian girl, that you're the one that makes me laugh.
J-Lo's the only one who sees this girl as a major talent? What?
I don't even know, does that count? Because did J-Lo say yes to everybody?
I'm gonna let that one slip because it was clever.
I'm ready to vote. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, yes for me. Yes for me. Yes for me, too. Yes, yes, and double, you're my triple yes today.
It's like getting hit in the knee at the doctor's office. That is gonna just go up like yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Everybody's a star.
All that being said, I'm going to say yes.
Maybe they were thrown off by her floral shirt, polka dot pant combo. But I mean, we saw what Keith wore when he went on a talent show back in the day.
Oh, but he was so cute.
That collar was bigger than David Archuleta.
Listen, Keith can do no wrong in my book. Really, like the minute he says baby, I'm like, ooh.
He says baby like 18 times an episode. So you must be like, oh.
How long you been waiting, baby? Love your voice, baby. Your voice is great, baby. You're a force to be reckoned with, baby. Baby.
Lock them doors.
The season 13 auditions as a whole,
Baby.
6-episode unit,
Baby.
were pretty stellar.
They showed us such greatness.
Sinking ship won't stop.
There you go, Your Majesty. What did I tell you?
And that gets me excited for the season because I feel like it really could be anybody's game.
My
was
daughters
nice.
are gonna go absolutely crazy over that kid.
I have a little bit of post-traumatic syndrome from Hollywood Week, so they started showing the previews and I was like, oh dear Jesus, oh dear Jesus.
And it starts next Wednesday.
All this many years later, you still feel a little traumatized?
Listen, I had nightmares for 2 weeks after Hollywood Week. I had nightmares that they would put us in a room and they would release a toxic agent and that people's noses would start bleeding and they'd fall out dying and whoever could survive it made it to the next round. That was my dream for 2 weeks straight.
Wow. We seem to have taken a dark and violent turn this reality check. Melinda, can you help us get back on track towards something positive and talk about someone you really liked this week? Who made it through?
Can we just say Paisley? Paisley makes me happy.
What's your name?
Paisley Van Patten.
Her tone and the way that she played with the song. I mean, she gave it that depth and then she kind of backed off of it.
Tells him to pour another round when the lights go down.
And I know that she's had a deal before and been through all of that, but I love that she's getting a second chance. I thought she was awesome.
The name Paisley Van Patten kind of belongs on a CD cover. I know our younger viewers are like, what's a CD? But nevertheless.
I was able to save up and buy one of those portable CD players with anti-shock protection. You're old.
I think most of my favorites this week, I was struck by the fact that they took their time.
For me, Paisley and then Austin Wolf.
Welcome to the new age, welcome to the new age.
She was very just laid back with it, you know, like not trying too hard, but just, she gave me everything I needed for that song.
Am I crazy for thinking that a couple of the little runs she put in gave me shades of like Chasing Pavements? She was like, Don't let me sing it. But
How was she again? What did she do?
she was like,
That was brilliant.
Baby.
I was surprised by who my second favorite was from the Salt Lake City episode. I kind of like Dexter Roberts, and I know like 10 points to Gryffindor for choosing a Casey James song.
Don't sing I Like to Drive by Casey James.
Okay.
He came in and he was sort of like, you know, just very like flat.
I train dogs.
I'm always intrigued by those people who suddenly like come to life when the music starts.
Down to nowhere like a bullet from a gun. 30 miles on me and the wheels stop rolling on.
I definitely want to see more from him, and I definitely want more tequila.
Oh, listen. First of all, who doesn't want more tequila?
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Shots!
443.7 milliliters.
Tequila is in the building! Make some noise!
Let's just say her voice is wonderful.
Yeah.
I remember you said.
If you know who Kim Burrell is, she's a gospel singer that like just has this like gritty tone, but flexibility in her voice. And tequila kind of reminded me of her in a way.
Sometimes it hurts instead.
Okay.
Even if her voice was like Lazaro week 7 of live shows level, I wanted her to go to Hollywood Week just for her response to Ryan Seacrest.
I moved on. Where? Where can you be now that you can forget something like that?
She was surprised Ryan Seacrest was outside the audition room.
Congratulations.
Hey! What's up?
Almost like she'd had an unexpected star encounter on the sidewalk in her hometown. Like she ran into Ryan Seacrest in her front yard. Like, of course Ryan Seacrest is there.
I didn't know that was you.
I mean, if you leave Lazaro out of it, I completely agree with you.
I'm going to Hollywood.
Salt Lake City ultimately was a little disappointing, and we'll talk about maybe revoking some of those golden tickets in a minute. But let's move to Omaha for just a hot second.
Paula Hunt's audition, there were so many things about it that made me a happy camper. She kind of reminded me of Phil Stacey from my season because he sang in the Navy band, you know, and she sings in the Air Force band. Then they played Candace Glover underneath her, which always makes me happy. And then her mom, like I cried so hard.
Yeah,
I like did the ugly cry.
I can't sing anymore. My children sing for me.
Yes.
They manipulated me. They did. Uncle PB.
They manipulated me well.
Standing there with my man.
Everything in that segment, editing, music, her, the judges' comments, worked.
The word runs and licks are thrown around on this show all the time.
Right.
Quite simply, you just know when to do them.
Honorable mention goes to Quaid just because of his attitude.
Runs for me are like, it's something that you do because you feel it, you know?
I can work on that.
The fact that he took everything from those judges, all of their advice, and I really feel like he's taking it to heart and he's actually going to use it, that I'm excited about Quaid. But I have to give props to Tessa. The way she took, you know, a Johnny Cash song and just like flipped it over and gave it some life.
Always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns.
And I know you shouldn't sing that song with a big smile on your face, so a couple points docked off for that.
I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
And she's that kind of contestant that you feel like whether or not she makes it through Hollywood Week or to the live shows, you're gonna wanna keep an eye on her. There were a lot of contestants who I felt like got golden tickets and shouldn't have. Daughter of Sugar Hill Gang guy, she's a lovely girl. Maybe she's better than that performance showed, but that performance was not worthy of a golden ticket. And she got 3 yeses.
Lost my light, for I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night.
I got 4 words, nepotism.
Please go get your dad.
Can I meet your dad?
Yeah, bring your dad. Bring this out to him first.
If you're gonna send Jessica home, then you can't take Carmen. You can't.
Even if the producers really want to play, I want to hear that in between every contestant. You know, good, bad, like a really sad story, and they're like, you still accept it, but it's not reason enough to send her through. Tessa Norman, she took Mama Knows Best, she crumpled it, and she hurled it like really hard, like a fastball, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't want it.
Girl, I live, I said head, take your stuff and go.
The little boy who sang Rolling Stones, very affected.
You can't always get what you want.
He clearly wasn't ready. And I kind of felt the same way about Kenzie Hall, who a lot of readers on TVLine were like, are you crazy? I think there's talent there. Clearly, she has a lovely voice, but what she did with that John Mayer song, it was so over-embellished and so overbaked.
Do some things you wouldn't let me do. No.
They were just kind of letting some people through that maybe they thought, maybe they were just nervous, maybe they need another chance, but they haven't been doing that this whole time. And so I'm kind of, it made me a little sad, but I don't think we're gonna see these people for much longer.
Melinda, you said something interesting about the judges saying, I'd like to hear more of that, even when the audition wasn't great. And I feel like that's J-Lo's knee-jerk go-to comment this season.
It was so inconsistent.
She just doesn't know how to say no.
I'm gonna say yes.
Not once this season has she been the deciding no. If she's the third vote and there's a yes and a no, she always says yes. If someone comes in and seems like Harry and Keith are on the fence, she jumps in and says yes. So now there's already one yes vote in the mix.
I still feel like you have a lot of work to do.
Okay, oh my God.
But it's a yes. I want to see you in Hollywood.
That does not make me like her more. I think that she thinks that that's going to make her likable, but it just makes her look like a lightweight.
I think you need a little bit more time.
I don't think so.
You know that they're both gonna say no, so why are you even saying yes? Just so that that person can go out and say, well, J-Lo was the nicest one.
It wasn't strong enough today.
I disagree.
It's one more person who might download Louboutins on iTunes.
I don't know. Now listen, I like that song. Hold up now.
She's got one called Fresh Out the Oven that's on, that I have on iTunes. It's so terrible, but it kind of like gets me going if I'm out for a run.
That's getting a bit scary now.
So see, J-Lo, we like you already.
She rhymes
so it's okay
nookie
if
and
you say
cookie. No. Nookie and cookie. She's like, you say you want the cookie, nookie or something.
I'm trying to keep my mind free of things that don't matter, because I have so much to keep on my mind.
The one woman on this panel between two guys with quite a bit of musical knowledge. And okay, maybe you don't play an instrument, maybe you're not a songwriter, maybe you don't have the vocal technique.
Wow.
Dot. Where am I going with this? But look, you're a performer. You're
Yes,
obviously a
entertainer.
success in your industry. You understand staging, you understand charisma, you understand as a listener what you might enjoy hearing. Don't allow yourself as the one woman up there to just be like, oh, I'm a bubblehead.
It's kind of like doing this thing, the way he was playing and singing. You know what I mean?
Playing guitar and singing at the same time, you know, and she's doing this and it's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to find openings to like her, and she hasn't like made me want to like hurl the TV against a wall at any point this season. And she looks great. The yellow nail polish is fabulous. She can be funny in spots, but like when musical knowledge is happening around her and she sort of poo-poos it as like, I don't want to hear this.
12 notes.
You're gonna throw these things at America, and America's gonna be like, what?
No, but you know what's wrong with challenging America?
I just feel like she owes it to herself to present herself in a better light if she really wants to be seen as likable.
I'm so non-committal. I'm having a J-Lo moment right now.
just keep saying yes. Just go, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I like it. You're a star.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm looking forward to what you do next week. I can't wait. I want to see what you bring to the table.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Betty.
Lock them doors.
I'm Haley Steinfeld, and you're watching ENTV. Hi, my name is Kiernan Shipka, and you're watching ENTV.
Aubrey Plaza, ENTV. I just touched it with my mouth, sorry.